Rapaziada, tá prestes a começar aqui a estreia do Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced, né? Resynced. Aí a estreia mundial, ó, começou, vamos ver aí. Ah, beleza, os caras colocam um limitador de 5 minutos. Mas olha aí, olha a imagem aí, bonito, né? Cara, vou falar assim pra vocês, ó, enquanto dá o tempo aqui, apenas uma palavrinha. Pra mim, tá? Dos que eu joguei, não joguei todos porque, não sei, pra mim se tornou muito repetitivo a franquia com o tempo, né? Mas pra mim os clássicos e dos que eu joguei, seja novo ou antigo, pra mim esse aí é o... Meu Deus do céu, olha o... Meu amigo, olha o gráfico, mano. Isso sim... É um remake, cara. Olha aí. E eu joguei esses dias em live, fiz uma livezinha ali pra jogar o Black Flag original. E assim, é datado. É lindo, mas é datado. Aí eu pensava, pô, mas não tinha necessidade. Mas daí quando eu vi uma imagem que vazou, eu falei, realmente é outro patamar. Aí o que eu espero aqui é o quê? Eles não estragar a experiência colocando aquelas chatices do RPG que eu particularmente não curto. Nossa, mas meu Deus do céu, velho. Nossa, olha isso. Então assim, mais algumas facilidades do mundo RPG, até porque o Black Flag ele já é diferente dos outros clássicos, né? Pelo tamanho do mapa dele e tal. Então, colocar alguns elementos RPG ali da exploração pode fazer sentido. Cara, eu acredito fielmente que se eles forem fiéis aos fãs, os fãs serão fiéis à Ubisoft. E sendo assim, isso pode ser um pé pra fora da cova da Ubisoft. Porque atualmente eu vejo assim ela, né? Na cova. Eu sempre gostei da Ubisoft, sempre gostei dos jogos, mas ela perdeu a essência com o tempo. Pode ser que até então, hoje, né? E aí mudou. Mas assim, cara, olha... Meu Deus do céu. Olha o gráfico disso, mano. Provavelmente aí as armaduras maia lá que a gente vai pegar, alguma coisa dos maia. Mano, meu Deus, isso aqui vai estar muito bom, velho. Pra mim é o melhor de Black Flag. O Black Flag pra mim é o melhor Assassin's Creed que eu joguei. É a melhor temática, o personagem é brabíssimo. Sempre curti a ideia desse jogo, sempre gostei dele. Então a Ubisoft vai começar por um dos mais amados pela comunidade, talvez depois voltando e... fazendo remake do 1, 2, por aí vai, né? Trilogia ali. Nossa, mano. Esse é o começo do jogo. Meu Deus do céu. Olha a diferença. Nossa, vai dar pra fazer uma comparação legal aqui, velho. Nossa, tartaruguinha ali, mano. Nossa senhora, cara. Puta merda. Ubisoft desgraçada, ela conseguiu me hypar. Eu não acredito nisso, mano. Maldita Ubisoft. O Ubi Plus vai cantar, né? Vocês já estão ligados, Ubi Plus, né? 50, 60 conto, aí tu vai jogar isso aí Day One. E a melhor versão, aquelas Gold Ultimate lá. Nossa, meu Deus. Oh. Para quem busca o Windows permanente e autorizado, a GVG Mal é o melhor lugar. Eles têm o Windows 10 aqui no precinho e com direito a cupom de desconto. Seja o Windows 10 Pro ou o Windows 11 Pro. Até mesmo para trabalho com o Office 2019, eles também têm, que é permanente e autorizado. Ao chegar na hora do cupom de desconto, basta adicionar GVGMG que tá aí na tela, que terá 25% de desconto. Após comprar, vai copiar e vai colar aqui no seu próprio Windows e avançar. Ele vai ficar ativado para sempre, permanentemente. Começou até uma musiquinha aí, ó. Não, ele vai dizer, é cinemática, mas é in-game, é gráfico do jogo. Maluco, velho. Nossa. Eu acho que vai estar... Olha ali, ó. No... Eu vou esperar isso aqui acabar, depois vou botar em 4K, porque é uma estreia, né? Deixa eu ver. É estreia, a estreia ela não... Ela vai só até 1080p, ó. Infelizmente. Nossa. Cara, a Ubisoft me hypou, eu não acredito, mano. Ela conseguiu. Eu não acredito nisso. Nossa, cara. Pô, eu lembro que esse foi o único Assassin's Creed que eu fiz 100%, cara. Foi o único que eu tive vontade de fazer. Esse aí. Pra mim é uma pica de todos eles. Esse aí. Nossa, que legal, cara.
At it again, can we? I thought you'd be done chasing fairy stories. Not yet.
Nossa. Vazou o trailer, era 1 minuto e pouco. Será que vai ser 1 minuto só? Tinha que ser uma gameplay, né? Eu não vi o trailer vazado, só o comecinho dele, tipo, acho que 10 segundos que vazou. Nossa, cara. E aí? Meu Deus do céu.
We fly no colors out here, but praise the lack of them. So let the black flag signal
Olha o homem aí.
that your allegiance to man's natural
Pensei que tinha
freedom.
vazado, ó. Eu quero só ver as batalhas, velho. Como é que vai ser? E o combate também. Ó o homem aí. O mais brabo de todos, o mais foda. Não importa o que dizem, pra mim é o mais pica de todos. Nossa.
It's not who you are.
Who am I then?
You're a wonder, Kenway. You've a knack for this kind of work.
It ain't work if you love it.
Meu Deus, cara. Muito bom, velho. Nossa.
Hey everyone.
Ah, vai ter mais.
I have to say it is so good to be here. I played Edward Kenway more than a decade ago, and you know, he's one of those characters that
13 anos
never
atrás.
really leaves you. Now, over the past months, we know that you've been waiting, and we know that you've heard things. And today, it is finally time to share with you
19
what
de
we've been
julho, ou
working
9 de julho, acho que é a data.
Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced is a faithful remake of one of the most beloved Assassin's Creed
Falei,
games.
é o mais pica de
It's
todos.
totally rebuilt from the ground up with the latest version of the Anvil engine and enriched with lots of new additions. Resynchronization with Edward's journey and memories. The same story, the same man, but elevated to a new level of immersion and realism to bring you one of the most thrilling swashbuckling pirate adventures.
Nossa.
And I'm happy to say, Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced will be released
9
on
de
July
julho.
9th, 2026. Today, guys, you are getting the real deal. The first ever look at gameplay.
Ah, vai ter
Everything
gameplay.
that's been rebuilt,
Nossa.
reimagined, and some behind-the-scenes stories. But enough of my talking, yeah?
É,
Let's just jump right in.
isso aí. Ah, mano. Bah,
Hello, pirates. Matt Ryan here.
eu não sabia que eu
voice of
precisava
Edward
desse
Kenway.
remake. Meu
This
Deus
is
do céu,
Assassin's
como tá
Creed
lindo o
Black
jogo.
Flag
Meu Deus do
Resynced.
céu. Olha isso.
13 years after the original, this
Ah.
remake brings the
Olha aí.
classic game back to life. Rebuilt from the ground up with the latest Anvil engine to deliver the most thrilling pirate adventure. All right, let's set sail.
Nossa.
Dash my buttons. Your life seems a grand one, if I may say.
Nossa, muito fiel, muito fiel, pô. Olha isso aí. Meu
You play as Captain Edward Kenway, a rebellious scoundrel eager to make a name for himself in
Mano.
the pursuit of glory, freedom, and a search for a better life.
Seen your face before. Yous mates with them pirates down in Nassau.
Shut your bloody gob or I'll fill it with shot, you hear me?
Edward, is it?
A briga no bar. Ai.
After crossing paths with the Assassins and Templars, Edward is drawn into their centuries-old conflict with secret locations and legendary treasures at stake.
Mano.
Along the way, he joins forces with infamous pirates such as Anne Bonny, Charles Vane, and Blackbeard. With them, he helps establish a short-lived, lawless republic following the pirate code and defying empires built on cruelty and greed.
Nossa, é
Together,
muito fiel.
in their search
Muito.
for freedom, power, and riches, they'll fight across a treacherous
99.9
tropical
fiel.
paradise, from dangerous waters to dense jungles, timberlands, and bustling historical cities. From the grandeur
Meu
of
Deus,
Havana,
cara, nossa,
the thriving and
não sei
wealthy
explicar a
jewel of
sensação.
the Caribbean ruled by Templars,
Só vocês aí nos comentários vão entender.
Kingston's
Só quem
bustling
jogou
trade
esse jogo sabe, cara.
and Nassau,
Puta que
the
pariu.
beating heart of the pirate republic.
Pá.
Each city offers a distinct atmosphere shaped
Nossa.
by opportunities and conflicts. The Caribbean world reaches a new level of immersion and realism.
Uma imersão maior.
By
No-
high-resolution
Olha.
textures.
Nossa.
Enhanced lighting, strikingly detailed environments,
Aí, olha ali,
Even
mano.
underwater exploration is more expansive, more
Nossa.
beautiful. and
Oh,
more
isso era uma
perilous
coisa...
than ever before.
Nossa,
With
cara.
seamless access to cities and locations, the world feels truly alive.
Até o ícone é parecido ainda. Muito legal, cara. E Abstergo, vai ter, será? Nossa, mano.
Where
Puta
freedom
merda.
is earned and danger is never far away. Time to draw swords, lads.
Vamos ver o combate.
The combat system has been entirely reworked into an
Já gostei.
action-oriented
Já gostei.
experience.
Tá parecido, porém mais fluido.
Swords, pistols,
Nossa.
and hidden blades.
Tem que ter
Every
sangue.
move now plays a specific role with faster,
Oh.
more fluid attacks and combos.
É, só tô achando pouco sangue. Não tem sangue, né,
Land
no
a
trailer aí.
perfect parry to open up your target for an instant
Talvez
kill.
tenha desativado.
Then follow with up to 4 chained takedowns. Use walls,
Provavelmente vão
ledges,
reclamar
and
disso.
breakables to your advantage.
Nossa, mano.
Keep track of your opponents and use all your tools to level the playing field.
Nossa, mano. Que foda.
But fight recklessly, and you will be punished. Whether you're on the hunt or on the run, mastering your environment is key.
Meu
As you
Deus,
navigate
mano.
through cities and jungles,
Ah,
you'll
tá
experience
muito melhor do que eu
smooth and
esperava.
improved
Mano,
iconic
tá muito
parkour
melhor.
moves. From free jumps to back ejects.
Cara, acho que eu vou até comprar esse jogo. Nem vou assinar o Ubi Plus, mano. Acho que eu vou comprar
These
ele, velho.
options offer a range of reactive
Na moral,
movements,
Ubisoft,
giving
vai
you
te fuder,
tighter
na moral.
control, resulting in greater speed and deadlier
Nossa, a movimentação
assassinations.
muito melhor.
Being a pirate assassin often calls for a subtle approach. With Resynced
Nossa,
and its
mano.
enriched stealth system, you can now crouch freely as part of your toolkit to approach targets.
Bah, pensar em tudo, cara. Bah, que melhoria absurda.
Tailing and eavesdropping missions have also been revamped.
É, porque era uma merda isso
In the
aí.
original game, getting discovered meant instant desynchronization.
É, era uma merda isso.
Yes, this was a pretty big pain point.
É, isso era chato pra caralho.
Now, the action continues. Your objectives remain, but your target will react, and you must adapt accordingly.
Oh, olha o Ubisoft, cara.
All these new interactions offer multiple
Nossa,
ways
esse
to
parry tá
succeed
gostoso,
and
hein?
progress in your missions.
Nossa, mano.
Of
O
course,
remake dos sonhos, cara.
this wouldn't be a real pirate adventure without a ship.
Nossa, as batalhas agora. Meu Deus.
You named your brig after a poxy bird.
The Jackdaw. What a beauty. Set sail and freely roam the Caribbean. Now equipped with even more firepower, the Jackdaw can conquer the high seas like never before.
Mano.
With new alternate fire upgrades for every
Tá, que
weapon,
loucura isso aí.
you
Emocionante,
now
cara,
have
essa
more
porra.
power
Na
and
moral.
flexibility to overcome opponents' ships in any situation.
Que foda, cara. Meu Deus do céu, mano. Olha lá.
You will engage in epic battles.
Nossa, mano. O Edward Kenway na sua melhor forma possível. Olha. Puta
All of
que
these are back and as challenging, dangerous, and exciting as ever.
filha da puta. Eles me hyparam, mano.
Crew, 3 brand new officers make their entrance. Lucy Baldwin, the
Nossa, mano, a
Padre,
diferença é...
and Deadman Smith. Each officer has a unique narrative questline that reveals their backstory. Gain their trust to recruit them to your crew and benefit from
Meu
their
Deus,
special
cara.
gameplay abilities. Deadman Smith, for example, unlocks a double shot from broadside weapons.
Nossa, esse eu acho que é o sonho de todo fã desse jogo, mano. Não tem como. Já podia parar por aí, já. Que eu já tô... Já está
Explore the
vendido.
Caribbean
Nossa, o
alongside
gráfico.
your crewmates and trusty pet. That's right. You can now find a cat or monkey for the Jackdaw. Engage and plunder other vessels. Steer through violent storms, rogue waves. or just soak up the sun.
Deus
Regaled
raio.
by shanties new and old.
Nossa. Cantoria padrão, né?
Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced offers a deeper, more immersive adventure that remains faithful to what players love, while
Isso aí, ó.
enriching the
Isso aí ficou do
experience
caralho.
with enhanced gameplay features and fresh quests and storylines, including ones for the officers you met earlier and, just between you and me, new narrative arcs involving our old friends, Blackbeard and Steed. Defy empires and relive the era's explosive events amidst the ancient war.
Melhor,
between
acho que vai ser o melhor remake já feito na história.
in the ultimate pirate fantasy. Gold, infamy and
Mano,
adventure
mano,
await.
mano.
It's time to raise the black flag again.
Tá vendo, cara? Não precisa inventar firula, faz o bom e velho arroz com feijão,
With Black
cacete.
Flag Resynced, we set out to reconnect with the heart of Black
Nossa, tô
Flag.
muito feliz, cara. Meu Deus
From
do
the
céu.
start, the intention was clear.
Inacreditável.
Deliver a faithful and enriched experience grounded in what players loved. We've rebuilt the entire adventure using our latest Anvil engine. Expect fully overhauled visuals, new additions that deepen its world, and enhanced gameplay both on
Há
land
13 anos
and
atrás
at
era
sea.
absurdo, né?
Movement now flows more naturally from one action to the next, whether you're doing
era
parkour
muito-
across rooftops in
era
Havana
muito
or
engessado.
fighting on the docks.
Pra época era até vai,
Parkour
né?
builds on the latest design improvements from recent Assassin's Creed games, while still keeping Edward's classic moves. Combat now offers a more dynamic, swashbuckling experience, driven by precise parries and takedowns.
Muito melhor.
Stealth gets its share of improvements too, and the ability to crouch anywhere. They open up more tactical routes and
Muito
subtle
melhor.
approaches, letting you shape the adventure the way you want. Naval gameplay also follows the same philosophy and offers more tactical options. New officers will join your crew with powerful abilities, while the Jackdaw's
legal.
weapons can be upgraded with new modes to change up the fight. The sea now plays an active role in how you'll be challenged by the elements. Weather and waves will influence how your ship will handle, while preserving the pace and freedom players remember. Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced matters deeply to us and to you. That's why we took the time to rebuild it with the care it deserves. This remains a solo, adventure, and character-driven experience. It is not an RPG. The focus stays on how
Obrigado,
you play,
cara.
how
Tu
you
não tem
explore the
noção
world.
quanto eu
As
fico
we develop the
feliz.
game, we organize dedicated workshops with our community. These early player feedbacks played an important role in
Porra.
refining many of these elements. Here's a look at their most recent visit.
Meu Deus, velho. Isso aqui... Parece um sonho
Hello
realizado.
everyone, we are here at
sonho
the
que eu achei
Ubisoft
que
Singapore
eu não
studio,
tinha,
where
mas
we
tinha. Não sei
invited
dizer.
some of our biggest
remake
Assassin's
que eu não
Creed fans to
imaginava, mas que a
discover the
gente
remake of
merecia e
Assassin's
deveria.
Creed Black Flag. They've had
Caralho.
the opportunity to meet the devs, try the game, and share their valuable feedback with us. Here's what they had to say.
I still can't believe that I can help the dev team to make the game better and improve it when it finally arrives.
I'm part of that process, and Black Flag is my favorite game.
É,
to be a
é o
part of
melhor,
that
até pro
process
desenvolvedor ele é o
is
melhor.
just awesome.
It felt nice to be appreciated in that way, to give direct input about the game.
The feedback with the dev team, they were very open as a dev team to take the criticism, what needs to be fixed, what's great. They even asked us more questions about it. So I love the curiosity that they show us, and it shows that they truly care about what they do.
I'm just really excited to be back, like with the addition of new audio lines, the new dialogue, and the new music.
I'm super excited to actually help improve the staff experience for the game.
Eu acho que a Ubisoft aprendeu, cara.
This game, this remake, when I heard rumors about this game, I just wanted to be involved in giving as much effective feedback as possible.
Ah, tava até o Jacan ali na galera, não sei se vocês viram.
Some of this work came directly from spending time with some of our core players early on. We had them play early builds and sat down with them to gather their honest feedback on the
top,
game, tapping into the many things players expect of a Black Flag remake, from gameplay features to visual fidelity. This helped us refine some of our choices along the way. What was interesting was not only to gather that feedback, but to understand why players reacted this way. They were incredibly passionate about Edward, how he moves, how he reads on screen, even the details on his face.
Pô.
That led to deeper conversations.
O Charlie
Together,
Hunnam
we
seria
explored
bom
different
ator pra fazer
approaches,
o
tested
Edward Kenway no
ideas,
cinema aí,
challenged
hein?
assumptions,
Daria bom, hein?
and refined choices until the intent felt right again.
Ou o Chris
The
Hemsworth.
team's
Acho que é assim
passion
que
and
fala.
commitment have driven every step of this journey.
Caralho, isso aí tá
We
muito maior
can't
do que eu
wait for you
esperava,
to
cara.
see more of what we've been
Bastante tempo, achei que ia ser só um minuto.
Oh, it really is so good to be back in this world. You know, I believe the Black Flag is one of those pirate adventures that never really left the players' minds.
Sim, não, é o
And
melhor
it's
de
also
todos.
really special to be here today with some of the people who helped shape the game back then and who are bringing it back now. Jean, you were creative director on the original Black Flag.
Pegaram só os
and
casca-grossa aí, ó, por
you're
isso
the
que deu bom.
creative director on Resynced, who's leading the vision of this remake today. Now, before we dive into what the game is now, I'd love to go back for a moment. So when you started building Black Flag back in early 2012?
2012.
2012. How was the world imagined in the first place? I mean, what were the pillars that were there from day one?
Well, from the very beginning, one of the key central core pillar was fluidity, right? We really wanted a seamless experience, connecting movement, combat, and navigation, all very naturally. And it was the same seamlessness that we were looking for between naval experience and the ground experience, because the other challenges we were facing was to merge actually two fantasies, being a pirate on one side and being an assassin on the other, without any friction. And the sea wasn't just an add-on, to the ground experience. Naval gameplay was really a core pillar from day one. We also wanted a world that feels alive, right? Something that would react to the players, always in motion. And it was very compelling to
Nossa,
me
que jogo era lindo
to
também, né?
see
Pelo amor
other
de Deus.
people like Paul and his team actually to face the same challenges that we did face back in the days. And I think what helped them craft the game was that a lot of people involved in Resynced today were already part of the game, the original back then.
Paul, so you were already a part of the team back then, right?
Ele já fazia parte.
When you come back to a project all these years later, what stayed non-negotiable from the original vision, apart from the fact that, I'm Kenway?
So, Matt, the one thing that was non-negotiable is the original story of Edward Kenway. We have never approached Resynced as a reinvention. Our goal is to carry John's vision forward. And today, we have much more room to do so since the game is engineered and rebuilt on Ubisoft's latest Anvil. It allows us to push dynamism,
uma expansão do
gameplay,
Black Flag.
immersion further, while keeping
Não é
the
apenas
original
remake,
vision
é uma
and story
expansão.
intact.
Yeah, Jean, and you mentioned before how collaborative the original game was, and can you talk about that, especially with Singapore?
Yeah, absolutely. It was a absolutely team effort back in the time. And I remember actually in 2012, when we first came here in Singapore, meeting Paul and the team to do what we call the blueprint, this week of hard work where the game really emerged from the preparatory work. And Montreal worked very closely with Singapore. Singapore built key parts of Black Flag. The naval gameplay was built on top of the Assassin's Creed 3 naval tech that was developed, in some specific missions. But you were also behind a lot of places, locations, and gameplays, like caves, underwater gameplay, forts, ships, and some major missions like the E3 demo that you worked on.
That's right. Right. So there seems to be like a real sense of continuity here, not just in the game, but in the people making it. One thing that really shaped Black Flag for me was how dynamic the scenes felt coming back to it for Resynced and shooting the mocap scenes in Toronto. The scenes just felt so dynamic, like the original game. And what was the intention back then, when it came to all the cinematics?
So from the start, and it was a lot of discussion with Kama, the animation director back then, we really wanted the scenes to feel alive, We wanted characters moving, interrupting each
pegar
other,
o mesmo ator
exchanging
também, tudo que
objects,
fez, todo mundo de volta.
And that
Isso é
sense of
foda, cara.
movement was really part of the game's identity, I feel.
Right. And when you rebuild a game like this, that I guess that becomes a huge challenge, right, Paul? And how did you keep the spirit whilst trying to push it further with all of today's amazing technology?
Well, there are many ways, but to carry on the spirit of Black Flag, we always remembered one thing, to rebuild the game with the original pillars in mind, John's pillars and the original core team's pillars. But the most important thing was the story. Every single small moment in the game had to be rebuilt and crafted. And it took a lot of handcrafting, especially the facial animations. But that's important because that's the soul of the game.
That you men are the pariahs of Charlestown, and I would profit better by using your organs for chum and your bones for char. By Christ!
And you know, when you add new things to a game that people really know off by heart and they know it so well, the fear is always that the people might notice the seams, right? Jean, when you played it, what did you feel?
Well, actually, I felt like playing Black Flag, you know, and not even noticing where the original end was ending and when the new content that Paul and the team wrote was starting. And this is something really important. That continuity is very much essential.
You know, Jean, whenever we wanted to change or add something, we would always question ourselves, does this belong here? Would Edward do this? Would John get upset? And if the answer wasn't clear, we simply wouldn't do it. However, as we all know, no remake is complete without additional content. So we have added brand new chapters and brand new missions to the game.
Essa galera entende vai dar bom, vai vender pra caralho esse jogo aí.
Yeah, I remember playing it. Jean, so like there's something, I don't know, there's something deeper in Black Flag than just like pirate freedom, you know, and it's closely tied to the character of Edward.
Yes, absolutely. We really wanted to send a message also saying that freedom without structure doesn't lead you anywhere, right? And Edward's arc reflects that. He thinks everything will be granted, you know, that's the good life, plundering, etc. But then in the end, you realize that you lost all your friends. Yeah. Right? And so this is very important because he grows into someone that understands his own responsibilities and that makes him, like you said, very human.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I really leaned into coming back to the character after, you know, more than a decade. You know, it's the same Edward, but there seemed to be like, for me personally, you know, from the scenes that were written kind of, as I said, more dynamism, but also there's a certain kind of weight to Edward's journey, you know? I guess that with Black Flag Resynced, there are some really kind of important decisions to make, right, Paul? And how did you approach those?
So, Matt, with Resynced, we made a clear choice. It is a pure story-driven adventure, and we are fully focused on Edward's adventures in the Caribbean. As a result of this focus, we have elected to not have the multiplayer and not have the DLC. However, Resynced is built from the ground up, with new story, new content, and new systems.
Isso é muito bom.
We're staying true to its action-adventure roots.
É como se colocasse uma expansão junto do jogo. Isso é legal, cara.
And for those of us who are curious, the original will still be available.
And Jean,
olha aí,
the modern day, right, that played a really specific role in Black Flag when it was released. And so can you explain how it fit the franchise back then?
So, you know, back then in 2013, the present day reflected where the franchise was at. It was a transition moment, especially with Desmond's story and what it meant at the time. But now with Resynced, I think there were some changes were needed.
That's right. Today, the modern day has evolved. For Black Flag Resynced, we have approached it in a way that focuses on Edward's journey while still connecting his memories to the animus. The modern day rifts in Black Flag Resynced will feature new moments that focus on Edward's internal struggles.
There's also something about
Legal,
Black Flag that I feel
animus lá, né?
I don't know, people still crave what the game brought, you know?
You know what? I think it's because it's a game full of light.
Yeah.
Yes, there is danger and violence, but everything takes place under the bright Caribbean sky, you know? Palm trees, seas, movement. It's very generous in a sense. And that sense of escapism has always been part of the game, and I feel it's very relevant.
É o que a galera, é o que torna esse jogo diferente,
totally.
pra falar a verdade.
And the other thing
Vamos ser sinceros.
that people, I feel, never forget, and certainly I never had, is the music.
Yeah, absolutely, Matt. It's the music, especially the sea shanties. The sea shanties in particular have always been part of Black Flag's identity.
Sim,
For Resynced, we have kept the shanties that everybody loves, but we have also added new shanties that are connected to the story.
Olha aí, mano.
Today, we'd like to reveal a collaboration
Melhor jogo de
with an artist
pirata
that's
já
deeply
feito na
connected to
história
the
dos
Assassin's
videogames.
Creed franchise.
Não
And
tem
this
como.
artist has a special place in my heart because of his work on Assassin's Creed Revelations. Woodkid.
Woodkid. Ah, cool, cool. Yeah,
That's cool.
That's great.
Hey everyone, Woodkid here. I'm in my studio in Paris now and I have great news for you. I'm back in the Assassin's Creed franchise, this time for
Voltou pra
Assassin's Creed
franquia,
Black
né?
Flag Resynced. You know, the world of Assassin's Creed has been very important for me and very linked to my career. It started like 15 years ago or something. And this time, I'm very excited about what we've done. I know that Assassin's Creed Black Flag is a game that's very important to all of you. It's a game about escapism, about rebellion, about exploration, and these are themes that are very, very important for my work. You know, I've explored these themes a lot in my music. So I won't say too much, but I can't wait for you to hear what I've done for Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced.
Having him return to the franchise, especially for Black Flag Resynced, means a lot to the team. We've been working on a newly reimagined track specifically for Black Flag Resynced.
Que legal, cara. Nossa, que combo isso aqui, cara.
You know, music is just one of those things that the people remember long after they stop playing. I mean, I did. The sea shanties, I still play in my car now from time to time, you know, and this game means a lot to you, and we know that.
Yeah, absolutely. This game means a lot to me, and I'm not saying that just because you guys are here. Just working on a game takes me back to 2012.
Eu vendo isso aí me leva pra essa época. O jogo é diferente, cara. Isso aí vai ser foda, não adianta.
Yeah, so you entered the Animus for real.
That's right.
In 2012, yeah.
I mean, what a great thing, right? To come back to something, you know, more than a decade after, you know, and get to revisit and rebuild and reimagine this wonderful world. It's just been such a pleasure for me, and I thank you guys for bringing me back. Before we wrap this up, I've got a little surprise for you. All right, this is something pretty awesome. I saw it today for the first time, and I love it. So here we have an Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced Collector's Edition. It's so awesome, and inside is a really stunningly well-crafted figurine of Edward Kenway sitting there, slouched like me, really. And he looks really cool, and it's crafted really well. And inside, there's a notebook with all of like Kenway's diary entries and journeys about all of his adventures. And there's also a brooch and a cloth map, and then some goodies in there for everyone. So this one is really cool. It's the first time I've seen it today. And if you guys like it, then you're gonna have to get your own because this one's mine.
You deserve it.
Thank you. No,
You're welcome to take it.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. We can't wait for you to live or
na moral, eu tô muito feliz hoje, cara. Filha da puta da Ubisoft, cara, eles conseguiram. Imitaram. Parabéns. Parabéns.
I just want to say thank you for all being with us today, and we cannot wait for you to experience it yourselves. Cheers.
Ó, aqui, ó. Fizeram absolutamente tudo o que os fãs queriam. Parabéns. Olha. Parabéns. Olha lá, Day One Ubisoft Plus, hein? Cara, assim, eu acho que já ficou bem claro, né? Assim, eu nem sei o que eu vou... Eu não sei nem o que falar, cara. Eu só tô muito feliz. Eu não... Só aquela parte ali do sangue, né? Que não parece que não tem, porque no original tinha, eu lembro. Eu até joguei agora recente esses dias aí. Mas aí talvez seja filtros, né? Que tu pode colocar. Cara, isso aqui pra mim, cara, eu não tenho do que reclamar. Isso aqui é simplesmente inacreditável. É o que... Olha aqui, cara. Olha isso aqui. Isso aqui é tudo que o fã queria, cara. Tudo que o fã gostaria de ver. Era assim que a gente enxergava 10 anos atrás o jogo. Era desse jeito aqui. A gente via com esses olhos aqui. Só que agora, vamos ver a verdade mesmo, né? Que era assim, ó. Só que real. Mano, não tem, cara. Isso aqui é emocionante, cara. Pelo amor de Deus, isso aqui tá absurdo. Fizeram o que deveria ser feito. Tá muito foda. Muito foda. Eles mitaram nesse jogo aqui. Isso aqui é tudo que os fãs queriam e a mais. Eles mitaram. É uma expansão do Black Flag, é uma melhoria absurda, simplesmente brutal. É o que eu tenho pra dizer. Isso aqui é brutal demais. Parabéns. Eu tô pensando até em comprar o jogo. Eu ia assinar o Ubi Plus, mas já tô pensando em comprar. Tipo, cacete, mano. Cara, como a gente é fraco, né? Puta merda, Ubisoft. Desgraçada, cara. Puta merda, mano. Não resisti isso aqui. Nossa. Eu não esperava. Eu não imaginei que a gente precisaria disso aqui, mas a gente precisa disso. Eu quero isso aqui. Eu vou trazer isso aqui, eu vou jogar isso aqui, eu vou devorar esse game aqui. Rapaziada, comenta a opinião de vocês. Tão feliz? Eu não tenho do que reclamar aqui. Simplesmente perfeito. Comenta a opinião de vocês. Tamo junto. Valeu. Falou.